How are you doing, Kelly?
I'm doing wonderful, Katerina.
Thanks so much for joining us. You have something really exciting to tell us.
Yes, I came down today to announce that today is the 30th anniversary of the Fort St. John Hospital Foundation.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah, so we are inviting the community to help us celebrate this 30th anniversary all year long. If you have a small fundraiser you would like to participate and do in part of our name, or participate in any one of our normal campaigns, our annual campaigns that we have, we invite the community to really help us make this 30th anniversary one to remember.
Man, it's amazing to think it's been 30 years. And as you said, today, like you told us you were to come by and talk about this, but I didn't know it was actually today, 30 years ago, that it was incorporated as, I guess, a nonprofit, eh?
Yeah, that's correct. And so over the 30 years, it's amazing to look at all the equipment we have supported in both the old hospital and the new hospital. Often in the old hospital, it was a lot of even smaller things that the foundation really helped purchase at the time, those smaller comforts, whereas now we have a more focus on the bigger equipment. But all of it makes a difference for the healthcare that's offered in this community.
Absolutely. I don't want to put you on the spot, Kelly, but I wonder if you've got any stories you could sort of share even about kind of the founding of the hospital foundation. If I remember right, Sue Popescu was like everything in this community. She was kind of in near the start of this.
Yes, she was the first executive director of the Fort St. John Hospital Foundation, and she was there for 10 years.
Yeah.
The story on how the foundation started was there was this older gentleman. His name was Archie Ferguson, and he was a bachelor and had no children, of course, and he left in his will a bequest to the Fort St. John Hospital. And at that time, you know, as the hospital isn't a charitable organization unto itself.
Yeah.
So that was the founding of the Fort St. John Hospital Foundation. It formed the society that it is today.
Wow.
To accommodate this first initial donation. And from there, now we are 30 years later, and we've received bequests often, like annually, and as well as our annual campaigns.
Amazing. Amazing to think it was sort of the generosity of one person who had, you know, something to give when they passed away, saying, I want this to go to the hospital in some capacity. That started the ball rolling because, we can't just give it to the hospital. So what can we do instead? We start the foundation, and here we are 30 years later.
Yeah. And I know that's a really inspiring story. It's that small seed, you never know where it will go. I mean, much like the Light a Moose Radiothon 20 years ago, nobody knew it would grow into what it is and raise over $1 million for the hospital foundation.
Right.
And so you start something and it has the potential to have a huge impact.
Unbelievable. Well, it's going to be a great 30th year. I could already tell.
Yes, and I need to ask Kelly, do you have anything already planned for your 30th year?
Nothing concrete. We're
Okay.
just going to tie our 30th anniversary into all of our events. Really share with the community. And first and foremost, I really just want to invite the community to, like, even the smallest event that you would like to host in our name, or anything, even stories. We would love to know the impact stories that people have had by using the equipment we have supported at the hospital. It all makes a difference. Yeah.
Yeah. One last question for you, Kelly. Do you know if there's anybody who's maybe a member of the foundation or who may still interacts with the foundation who remembers the starting of the hospital foundation, who happens to still be around? Is there any sort of dean of the house in the organization that you could think of?
You're really making Kelly think.
I really am.
I believe there is. There's key people like Gordon Gentles.
Yeah.
He was one of the founding board members. If I look back, I believe he was a board member for 18 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and so there's nobody that's and he still is active as a donor.
Yeah.
No longer a board member. There's just so many people that have helped the foundation in its 30 years. So there's a lot of history there.
Wow. All right. Well,
Now, you have invited the community out, and you do want to invite them to share stories. So how can they do that with the Hospital Foundation, Kelly?
If they go to our website and just our email address is on the website, and contact us and let us know. Or stop by our office. We always love people stopping by and saying hi and sharing their stories, even in person is wonderful.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you very much, Kelly. Is there anything else you want to add before we wrap up?
Well, thank you to the community for 30 years of support.
Yeah.
The foundation is what it is because of community support.
amazing. Well, happy 30th birthday to the foundation. Good on you, Kelly, for doing all the great work you do and your part to play in this. And looking forward to all the 30th anniversary celebrations, and stop by with some stories as the year goes on, eh?
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you, Dub.
100.1 Moose FM.